Hey guys, just a quick video to show you some of these new heads that I just got in from Aliexpress. They're about $5. You can get them maybe a little less or a little more. These didn't have any shipping, so they're about $10 for two plus a little bit of tax. They're a nice looking head, and I'll compare that, show you with the vintage Joe head, see how they compare. The nice good news is that they have a real vintage feel, painted very similarly. One of the guys mentioned that I think it's M&C Toys are using this style head on some of their figures, as maybe as a throwback to the original vintage Joe style figures, thinking maybe they would get a little more maybe show from the older collectors group, which I totally believe is going to happen for them. If they use this head sculpt, there's going to be a lot more guys way more interested in it than if they would have just used a random heads like they've been doing in the past. So anyways, the head that I get from Aliexpress, I just picked up two. They have three different ones. The third one is a kind of a medium brown. This one is a dark brown or black. The second guy is a dirty blonde head. And they're pretty nice. The neck itself, if you compare that with your standard vintage Joe head, which is this is one, he has a hole in his neck, and his neck is much shorter. And actually, his head itself is a little longer in the back in this section, but you know, I think once you throw some flock on here, as I've done, maybe you might have seen some of my other videos that had these figureheads done. You'll see how that they're almost identical. The eye sculpts on this one have been repainted. This one is the way it came from the factory, and this is much more similar to the original style heads you would find. There's no, well, maybe there's just a touch of eyeliner on the upper, because the eyes do have a pretty nice standout feature there. Well done. This head is a little wider. This head, the newer style head from these guys, is a little narrower. But otherwise, it's a really nice head, really well done. This is a hollow rubber head. Maybe it's a little harder plastic than the vintage Joe head, but it is a nice head, and with just a little modification and with an X-Acto knife, you can take that right off and it'll slip right directly onto a vintage style neck post without really any modification at all. So if you're interested, Aliexpress, give or take $5. The ones I found were mixed in amongst probably like a 25 head sale. Heads are sold individually, but there's like 25 different head sculpts, and there's these three were mixed in amongst them, so you'll have to kind of search around a little bit, but you will find them. I would highly recommend grabbing a few if you're just interested in playing around or having something similar to stick on a different body. These guys are a great candidate for mods and playing around with without messing with an actual vintage head sculpt. So thanks for looking in, and I'll see you the next time.